We are here at the Youth Empowerment Globalizer Summit, and we are here to see young change makers as well as Ashoka Fellows, and many of them are going to share with us how they create change, how they see problem in their country, and how they provided a solution, and then how they are creating change from the ground up. And they are sharing from their hearts for you, and they are creating change out there. And we hope that while watching Ilimchu TV, you are able to learn from the change makers and create change wherever you are, and then to be the next change maker for this generation and make this world a better place. How did it happen, and how did you see the problem in Cape Town area?
So I wanted to do something, started teaching kids how to surf, did some research with a friend of mine who ran a large NGO called Grassroots Soccer. And the idea was to work out, well, let's work out how can we offer some kind of therapeutic program through sports, and specifically in our case surfing. So we combine this kind of youth mentorship element with this action sports element, and we call it surf therapy, and it works. It totally transforms the way kids see themselves. It helps them become more resilient to the trauma that they face. And we found really positive benefits for the way they behave and the way they learn as well. So we're now looking at how we can connect more kids around the world to positive mentors and action sports.
Yeah, I'm delighted to be here. I'm currently on a program with Ashoka called Globalizer, which is to essentially get fellows to consider how they can scale their impact. So I very much concentrate on youth empowerment through democratic engagement, creating safe spaces on and offline to bring communities together. So if they all participated, that would demand a greater level of transparency and accountability, and I truly think then they would become the change makers at the forefront of leading change within our society.
Okay, so I'm associated with an organization called Diksha, which works with children living in red light areas, which means their mothers are in the sex trade, to come out with their issues, their concerns. And it is in that process that I learned that, okay, there are some skills that I can give them. I can give them information about what their rights are. I can give them some skills of mapping where the violations are happening. I can give them some skills about how to prioritize and live it. There's something called the Integrated Child Protection Scheme, which is being implemented, which is creating child protection committees at the community level. And we think, small though we are, we have a methodology to offer to these child protection committees to make the children there enabled to voice their concerns and issues, and we are aiming for that.
Well, I strongly believe that we are living in a world which is crowded by so many problems, and the best way to resolve that problem is to enable young people to become change makers. We inspire them to do things which our elders have not done, and the best way is to provide them the practice atmosphere. This change-making concept activates youth, it addresses the real issues of the country. At the same time, it helps the society to move forward. And this is something my passion is, and I strongly believe that if there is any hope, it comes from youth-led change-making now.
So what I started was because of my brother, actually. So it all started off when my family holiday became visiting my brother's charity project. And since then, since I was 14 years old, when I saw what he was doing and I was there, I was like, hey, there's so much that we could actually do, and we have so much resources here in Singapore, and why are we not doing anything? So that was actually the first time I was so inspired to do something. And 10 years down the road, we're all in the same committee striving for the same purpose, which is to provide Cambodia with a sustainable healthcare system.